Yo, what up guys, Bo here. Today we're going to go hands-on with Arrow, a brand new audio interface from Universal Audio, a first with Thunderbolt 3 connection, and also their first bus power interface. So keep in mind that this is only compatible if you have a Mac or PC with Thunderbolt 3, as it's not backwards compatible with Thunderbolt 2 or 1. So with that out of the way, let's get to the unboxing. The packaging is premium and it definitely makes you feel like you're about to unbox something worth what you paid. Inside you'll find the Arrow and a piece of getting started cardboard and nothing else. Unfortunately, you'll have to supply your own cable, so make sure it's a Thunderbolt 3 cable and not plain USB-C. Now, your average audio interfaces usually function over form, but the Arrow is a very well designed piece of gear. The body is a one-piece aluminum design in a dark gray finish that will match perfectly if you just got that brand spanking new iMac Pro. It feels rock solid and is built like a tank. From the side, it has a sort of trapezoid shape. The lines are extremely sharp and clean. Up top, it's dominated by a silver multifunction dial. It feels nicely weighted, and when you turn it, it's clickless. Although I do wish the side of the dial is textured for better grip. Unlike most audio interfaces I've used, instead of a marker on the dial that tells you how loud the current setting is, there's a ring of visual indicator around the dial. When in monitor mode, clicking the dial mutes the sound. But the really cool part is when you mute it, the ring turns from green to red, so when you unmute, you'll have an idea how loud the volume is going to be. And to me, that's a really well thought out design. Below the dial are the preamp and monitor buttons, letting you switch between input and output mode. To the left are rows of buttons to control functions like mic or line input, high filter pads, 48V phantom power, dB pad, polarity inversion, and step linking with a visual indicator window right above letting you know which functions are active. Up front is very minimal with just a high Z jack and 1/4" headphone jack output. Most audio interfaces I've had in the past usually have the XLRs and various other inputs on the front, while making it easy to plug in, it just looks cluttered. Here the dual XLRs are located in the back along with the dual TRS 1/4" monitor output plus the Thunderbolt 3 connector. So I see a lot of comments like, an audio interface doesn't even need Thunderbolt, let alone Thunderbolt 3, or USB 2 already has enough bandwidth, or why would you pay $500 for that when you can get a decent one for $100? And to that I say, you're not completely wrong. Let me explain. The Arrow can do what your typical 2 in 2 out audio interface can do. Phantom powering 2 mics, output stereo speakers or studio monitors, and a headphone jack. But that's where the similarities end. What makes this special is the 2 unison mic preamps and real-time UAD plug-in processing, which are all powered by the built-in UAD2 core solo processor. Alright, that was a mouthful. Okay, so what does all that nonsense mean? It means this proprietary technology allows the UAD software to actually change the physical characteristics of the mic preamps, such as impedance and dynamic range to behave like that of specific tube and solid state preamps, or guitar and bass amps simulating. And all of this is being done in real time with no noticeable latency. In essence, you can have multiple plugins inserted directly into each input path. So if you're doing a voiceover like I'm doing right now, you can alter the physical sound of your voice with real-time monitoring. Now, I'm no musician and I don't plan on using it to make music, but for strict voiceover, this is a huge game changer. No longer would I have to do an entire recording, go into post, and make various adjustments to my voice. Now, I can add a couple plugins, make all my adjustments before I hit the record button, and basically have all the changes baked into the recording in real time. Universal Audio has a huge library of plugins that include EQs, reverbs, preamps, and compressors that are high quality and much sought after. And with the purchase of the Arrow, they also include 14 free plugins. And I just want to point out that these are not bottom of the barrel stuff or things that you can't really use like a lot of freebies out there, but really good classic emulations like Marshall Classic Amp, Teletronics Lovely Amp, or Pultec Pro equalizers, or Soft2 Bass Amp, just to name a few. You can mix and match to customize the sound you're trying to produce, whether it's voice or music or both. But do keep in mind that this is a 1-core processor, so if you plan on adding a lot of plugins, you might want to look at its bigger brother, the Apollo Twin Mark II Dual or Quad, basically having 2 or 4 DSP chips to process more plugins. Best of all, you can save all your settings as a preset, so if you do inadvertently change something, you can always just reload. Being able to bus power the Arrow is a huge deal, since now it means that you can take your studio on the road, in hotel rooms or a friend's house without being chained to an outlet. This is something I've been on the lookout for a long time, and so far, it more than exceeds my expectations. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link down below and you can check it out. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. This is Bo. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.